Another leadership lesson that I have learned from my journey in Toastmasters is that you need to come from a point of love. You need to build relationships. Sometimes you just do work, especially in our workplaces. People used to say, we are here to work, we are not here to be friends, and we are not family. And as an HR person, when I became an HR officer many, many years ago, I was told that you leave yourself at the gate when you enter this building. You leave yourself outside, no emotions, no love, no relationships. Just come here and do the work and go. But that is an old school of thinking. Nowadays, we need relationships. You don't know who you're going to need tomorrow. You don't know the people you are working with today, where will they be tomorrow? And I have learned that come from a point of love. When you send an SMS, try to make sure that that SMS will be accepted by the next person. You don't know what the person is going through that moment when you send him or her an SMS. So come from a point of love. It really goes a long way, and it will just help with the relationships. It will help the person also to assist you in anything that you need, when you need someone to help you. And those are the lessons that I have learned in my life in Toastmasters. And I have learned that everything that I've learned in Toastmasters, I've started using them in my work outside Toastmasters. I continue to be a public speaker. So when I came to Toastmasters, I thought I'm going to learn about public speaking. I also learned about leadership. And I continue to be a public speaker. I have now been invited again to speak at conferences in Malawi and in Zimbabwe. Last year I was in Zimbabwe near Durban in KZN, and now I saw an email, Zimbabwe again, and I'm like, this Zimbabwe just loves me. And I love the place, it's so beautiful. It's at the coast in KZN. And these things just started to happen because of Toastmasters. And when I go to conferences, especially pension funds and investment conferences, the other speakers will talk about PE. And PE means price earning ratio. And when I talk about PE, then I mean Port Elizabeth. So I speak the language that the people in the room know about, the people will appreciate. I try not to speak that high language. I bring my speeches down to the level of the people who are in the room so that they can understand what I'm talking about. And my last lesson is you need to raise your hand. If you see an email, just raise your hand. That's one of the things that happened with me to create my name in public speaking, especially in South Africa. When I receive an email, they send an email to invite people to come and attend their conferences. And I respond and say, by the way, don't you need a speaker? Here's my name. If you need a speaker, I want to talk about risk management or anything, I would just raise my hand. And 9 out of 10 times, it would always come back positive. They would say, oh, the one speaker from Kenya dropped. She's not coming anymore. You are close by Namibia. Is it possible for you to come this weekend? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. And because I do this, and then they really start to appreciate that I always help them out at the last minute. And then because of that, they would just put my name on for the next year's conference automatically without asking me. So raise your hand always. Even at your workplace, just raise your hand. Go the extra mile. Some of my colleagues would say, I'm only here up to 5 o'clock. No longer, not after 5 o'clock. But then sometimes you can just spend 30 minutes after 5 o'clock and just do something. Just go the extra mile. The people will really see it. They don't say that they appreciate you, but they see it and they have it in their minds that you are always ready to assist, always ready to jump in. So always be ready to go the extra mile in life. It will really come back to you. It will really have positive impact in your life. And on that note, Mr. Toastmasters, I hand over to you.